What's up, everyone? It's Dark Kitty here, and today I will be reading chapter 12 of the Crash Bandicoot fan fiction that I wrote, called The Joys of Being Evil. This one, it's kind of interesting, but not as interesting as when Beatrix actually met her mom. So, yeah, anyways, on to chapter 12. Beatrix was glad to finally be home, on her own planet. She wouldn't get to see her best friend, but this was only temporary, or at least she hoped it was. She walked into her father's room, walking up to his front desk. He was facing the window, making sure his planet was still in check. "Dad," Beatrix said, "you wanted to see me?" The Emperor turned around in the chair he had been sitting in. "That is right," he said. "I heard about what happened yesterday on Earth. That's all you wanted to talk to me about? Wow, Dad, that's not like you." "That's not all. I wanted to see... You see, I'm proud of you. It's about time you showed those brats a lesson. So you're not mad at me? Well, that's a relief." "Mad? Why would I be mad at you? You showed those Earthlings a thing or two. I guess you really are my daughter, huh?" "Yeah, why wouldn't I be? Anyways, I have to tell you something. It's very important. You know how you killed my mom 15 years ago?" "Yes, what about it?" "Well, she's not actually dead. I saw her on Earth. She's one of the teachers at the academy, the PE coach to be exact. We took a DNA test and it was compatible. So, Dad, have you been lying to me this whole time?" Her father did not answer. He stood up from his chair and walked over to his daughter, putting one hand on her shoulder. "Yes," he finally said, "I admit it." "Why, though?" asked Beatrix. "Why would you lie to me?" "I thought you would do better without a mother, and the fact that she escaped messed with me. It drove me insane to know that she left, but it was for the best, I suppose. She was a good-for-nothing Earthling, after all." "Oh, well, thanks for finally telling me the truth. What's next? To have siblings?" The Emperor laughed at that. He had forgotten what he was going to say. Not too long afterwards, he had remembered. "Do you want revenge on those brats who messed with you?" he asked. "Of course I do," Beatrix said with enthusiasm. "More than anything, I want to strangle them and torture them and calm down. Anyway, I think I may know a way for you to get revenge on them." Beatrix laughed evilly. "Well, what are we waiting for then?" Her and her father both did an evil laugh and teleported out of the room with the Emperor's scepter. Entrance had been watching the whole thing and ran to tell the others. They could not believe what they were hearing. If Beatrix got into too much trouble with her father, not only would chaos break loose, but also Beatrix would probably not be able to control herself. Almost every time she used her powers, she could not control her sanity. But she had none to begin with anyway. "I simply cannot believe this," Enoxide said. "I told her to be careful, but does she listen? No." "This is bad," said Lyra. "This is very, very bad. What if Beatrix loses control? And what if we have to turn her into stone?" Big Gnome covered Lyra's mouth. "Don't say stuff like that," he said. "That will never happen, and you know it. We all know it." "He's right," said Crunk, a blue gorilla-like alien. "Beatrix will be able to control herself." "I hope you're right, guys," said Enoxide. "Who knows what will happen if I have to turn my own niece into stone? What would happen then?" How about we not think that far ahead?" Lyra said. "I'm starting to get a headache from thinking about it." Meanwhile, Beatrix was in her uncle's spaceship while her dad was on the outside, telling her what to do. He was telling her to fly the spaceship down to Earth, but she had never flown a spaceship before. She had already been told how to get revenge. She just needed to figure out how to fly the spaceship. The spaceship lifted up into the air. Beatrix clapped her hands in excitement. She had just learned how to fly a spaceship, and boy was she happy. She flew it down to Earth, landing in front of the Academy of Evil. It was nighttime now, so everyone must have already been in their dorms asleep. Beatrix went to her assigned dorm and went to sleep as well. Beatrix was the first one to get up the next morning. She could not wait to get her revenge on those two boys who had picked on her and Natalie. Their names had never been spoken of, but she would soon find out. She stopped them in the hallway, and they looked at her suspiciously. "What do you want, Velo Jr.?" asked the taller one. I just wanted to know your names, Beatrix said in a scary tone. You still haven't told me. I want to remember your names for later on. Okay, Velo Jr., I guess we can tell you. I'm John, and this is my younger brother, Zap. Now, can you get out of our way so we can go to class? I'm sorry, but I cannot let you do that. Beatrix pulled them by their shirt collars and dragged them outside. Hey! Zap shouted in a high-pitched voice. What do you think you're doing? You two earthlings did so many horrible things to me on my first day, said Beatrix. I'll make sure you never do anything like that again. You won't see tomorrow once I'm done with you. Beatrix grabbed the two brothers by their throats and threw them on the ground. They were lying on the ground in fear. That was when Ashley walked up. Beatrix, she said, what do you think you're doing? What does it look like I'm doing? Beatrix asked. I'm getting my revenge. Revenge? What are you talking about? They were mean to me on the first day of school, Ashley. Don't they deserve to die? Just because they bullied you? I don't think so. Isn't there another way to resolve this? Oh, I don't think so. Dad has taught me that revenge is the only answer. Beatrix was ready to pound John and Zap's heads into the ground, but Ashley stopped her. She grabbed her wrist and yanked it back with great force. The two brothers ran as fast as they could, back inside the school. Beatrix, please, said Ashley. I know what your dad said. I know he's the emperor and he's the most powerful villain and all, but that doesn't mean you have to follow in his footsteps. Revenge isn't always the answer. I was always told that. Then whoever told you wrong, Beatrix said. Revenge is always the answer, no matter what the situation is. Furthermore, I think I like the idea of following in my dad's footsteps. In fact, that is what I'm going to do. The sky turned a dark shade of purple. Beatrix was causing it. She wanted revenge on everyone now, not just John and Zap. She could not control her powers, and Ashley knew it. Beatrix, why are you doing this? What do you mean? Asked Beatrix. It's not like I haven't done stuff like this before. Yeah, but you weren't really mean to other people before. Mean? Sure, things have gotten out of hand, but it's not like anyone's getting hurt too much. You think? Or did you know that when those two bullies went back into the academy, they slipped on banana peels and hit their heads? No, I had no idea. I can fix this. I promise. Just because you can fix this doesn't change the fact that you hurt others in the first place. Ashley, I've never seen this side of you. Really? That's real funny, because I've never seen this side of you. What happened to my best friend, who would never hurt anyone? What happened to her? What are you talking about, Ashley? She's right here. She's always been here. Ashley turned around, ready to go back into the academy. No, she said. You're not my best friend. Ashley, how could you say such a thing? Beatrix asked. Ashley turned back around. I wanted to believe that everyone was wrong about you, but now I see they were right. You're just like your dad. You're bad. Ashley ran back inside the academy, not even bothering to look back. Beatrix didn't bother chasing her either. It was obvious what had happened. Her and Ashley's friendship had ended. Earth was a mess now thanks to Beatrix and her father's advice. All she wanted was revenge, but it had not gone as planned. Okay, that's end of chapter 12. And yeah, I admit that actually was the most interesting chapter. Probably more interesting than when Beatrix met her mom. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed, and please give a big like and subscribe.